It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Across the globe, millions are commuting to work, children are boarding school buses, and the rhythm of a standard Tuesday is in full swing. Then, the universe's most reliable constant simply switches off. The acceleration of gravity drops from 9.8 meters per second squared to absolute zero. As the downward pull vanishes, Newton's first law of motion dictates the chaos. Every object in motion continues along its current path. Without friction to keep tires on the road, cars and buses seamlessly lift off the pavement. Within seconds, every unanchored object, from loose asphalt to multi-ton trucks, becomes an unguided projectile. For anyone caught in the open, the streets transform into a high-velocity blender of floating debris, turning a morning walk into a struggle for survival before the first minute is up. The immediate physical danger is soon eclipsed by a larger planetary crisis. The atmosphere is losing its anchor. Without gravity to hold it down, Earth's air is now directly exposed to the vacuum of space. The gases that comprise our air expand outward with violent speed, triggering a global superstorm. These winds, rushing toward the void of space, reach speeds exponentially higher than any hurricane in human history. As the air thins, a lethal physical phenomenon called ebulism takes hold. Air pressure is the only thing that keeps biological liquids stable. As that pressure hits zero, the boiling point of those liquids drops alongside it. For a human, this is a nightmare of physics. At zero pressure, blood and saliva reach their boiling point at a standard body temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. Internal fluids begin to vaporize, causing tissues to swell, and leading to total system failure in under 3 minutes. Gravity functions as a planetary pressure vessel. It is the only force ensuring that oxygen remains in our lungs and blood remains in its liquid state. On the macro scale, the oceans are the next to react. Comprising 71% of the Earth's surface, these trillions of tons of water lose their hydrostatic equilibrium and begin rising from the seabed in mountain-sized spheres. Surface tension pulls the seawater into massive, floating globes that drift toward the upper atmosphere. Marine life is carried upward within these rising oceans, while coastal cities like New York and Mumbai are effectively dismantled by the sheer mass of water lifting off their foundations. This diagram highlights the primary force now tearing the planet apart: centrifugal force. Earth rotates at 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. Normally, gravity pulls inward to counter this motion, but as the red arrows show, that balance is gone. The rotation acts as a centrifugal catapult. Tectonic plates shatter along the equator, and the Earth's crust peels away, drifting into the void. With the weight of the crust removed, the pressurized magma within the mantle finds a path out. Every volcano on Earth erupts simultaneously, super-injecting fountains of red lava directly into the vacuum. Our perception of a solid Earth is a product of gravity's constant work, suppressing the planet's internal pressure and its violent rotational energy. By hour 12, Earth has transitioned into an expanding cloud of rock, cooling magma, and frozen ocean water. The planetary structure is effectively gone. The destruction extends to our celestial neighbors. Without Earth's gravitational tether to curve its path, the Moon follows its own orbital velocity, shooting off in a straight line toward deep space. Human technology suffers a similar fate. Every artificial satellite and the International Space Station drift away from the ruins of the planet, becoming silent, frozen debris in the dark. In the center of this debris field, the Earth's inner core undergoes a violent decompression. Like a shaken soda can being opened, the superheated core expands outward, permanently distorting the planet's spherical geometry. Without gravity to serve as an organizing principle, the Earth is no longer a planet. It is a disorganized field of cooling rock, exposed to the full, lethal intensity of cosmic radiation. At exactly hour 24, the anomaly ends. Gravity snaps back to its standard 9.8 meters per second squared, instantly demanding that everything it lost return to the center. This is the Great Crash. Millions of tons of ocean water, mountain fragments, and city ruins fall back toward the core at terminal velocity. The impact triggers mega-earthquakes that shatter whatever remains of the planet's internal structure. As the atmosphere is pulled back in, it undergoes adiabatic heating. The air is compressed so rapidly that its temperature spikes to thousands of degrees, turning the sky into a furnace that incinerates everything on the surface. The kinetic energy from the returning debris is converted into heat upon impact. The entire surface of the Earth melts, transforming into a global, turbulent ocean of liquid lava. The return of gravity is the final blow. It ensures that every trace of human civilization is buried or melted, leaving nothing but a molten ball of cooling rock. This 24-hour absence of physics results in a total planetary reset. Earth has been returned to the primordial, molten state of its birth, 4.5 billion years ago. This scenario reminds us of the reality Albert Einstein first described. Gravity is not just a force that pulls, but the specific geometry of space-time that makes the existence of matter possible. Every step we take on solid ground is a quiet gift from the universe's most essential cosmic glue, a force we can never afford to take for granted.